Hello, everyone. This is kind of a rewind episode for us while we're taking a break during February and March, and we'll be back in April with some new episodes, hopefully. Thank you for your patience. Please enjoy the episode.
Content warning. On this podcast, we discuss sensitive issues, including but not limited to swearing, tasteless jokes, situations of a sexual nature, and drug use. This podcast is not intended for children. Hello and welcome to Bibliorex, our final Bad Book, Bad Movie.
Yeah.
And boy, howdy, this is awful.
It's a doozy.
I'm Bugs.
I'm Bam Bam, and I'm flabbergasted?
Like, I would say speechless. We have to fill up an hour of talking.
Yeah.
So that's not quite right.
It's our
But
job to
that's
talk
how
about
it
this.
felt. I was trying to talk to Jay about it, and I just kept stopping and I didn't know what to say.
Well, let's start with the easy part. So we're doing The Lawnmower Man,
By Stephen King.
mostly.
Well, the short story was written by Stephen King.
Yeah, we're kind of doing three
Yeah,
pieces
this
of
is-
media today.
yeah.
So there's the Lawnmower Man short story that was originally printed in an issue in Cavalier magazine
Right.
by Stephen King. And then there is the 1987 short film that pretty much just follows it like beat for beat.
Yes, they didn't have a lot of money for special effects.
Yeah, they had a
But
budget
for
of
not having that much money, they did a really good job of following the story exactly.
Yeah, they had a budget of like $5,000, and I actually wrote down the name of the cameraman, Ethan Rife. He did a great job.
Talented.
Yeah, considering he was recording on a banana, it was great.
On a potato. It was so... Like, I was watching it on my phone on YouTube. I could barely see what was
No,
happening.
you couldn't see anything.
It was so fuzzy.
It was 240p.
Yeah.
That doesn't even exist on YouTube anymore, hardly.
So let's kind of give an overview of the short story and the 12-minute movie.
Yeah.
Because the plot and the story is exactly the same.
Yeah. Can I give a little preface for what Stephen King had going on at this time, and it kind of explains a little...
No. I want them to hit it the way I got it.
Okay. All right, let's do that then.
Okay, everyone knows Stephen King did drugs. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it was 1975. This was the height of when he was abusing drugs and alcohol. And, oh boy, and it shows at this point.
Yes.
So the story follows a guy named Harold, who is a 50s-ish man who likes to just sit and drink beer and listen to the baseball game while someone else is mowing his yard.
He's kind of like semi-retired is what I
Yeah.
felt like. Like, he's of the age, he doesn't enjoy mowing his lawn. He enjoys reading the newspaper, smoking a cigar, and drinking his beer. And he has the cash to pay someone else to mow.
Right. So,
Perfectly valid choices.
yeah, he has a teenage kid from around the town,
Neighbor kid.
yeah, a neighbor kid to mow the yard for him. Somehow the kid manages to kill their cat, or the cat commits suicide.
A dog, I think, is chasing a cat across the yard, and the cat runs under the mower.
It's been a little bit since I watched the 1987 movie.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's how they say it in the book, too.
Yeah, that sounds right. But
So it was an accident, but it horrifies the wife.
well, I think it horrifies the wife. In the movie, she says, "Oh my god." I'm not sure
Yeah.
what emotion that was
She
evoking.
was trying to be upset. And the idea is that she witnesses this mower murder the cat.
Yeah, so she doesn't like the lawnmower anymore.
And I'll tell you what, the cameraman was so talented because you see only the hind end of an obviously alive cat. And you see ketchup get squirted on it really aggressively. And I was like, you know what? For the $2.50 you were making an hour, for the potato you had, you did great on this.
She's upset, and Harold one night wants to have sex with her. I think the way he says it is, "Honey, I'm in the on deck circle, and I'm ready to come up to the plate. Wake up." Is that?
I don't even know.
I don't know what baseball is.
I don't know. I think
that was an initiation for sex, but
I think it was
don't
supposed
know.
to be, but she's still so traumatized from the cat, she can't.
Yeah, she can't possibly have sex while they still have a lawnmower in their house.
Because she is convinced that the mower is like a murder mower. And she begs him to sell it.
Yeah, so he gets rid of it, trades it for some tires and a tank of
a couple tires and a can of gas.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Well,
like, $200 machine for a tank of gas and a couple tires.
Yeah, he's so
Oh.
pissed about it.
And it's like, you could have just sold it for cash.
Yeah, or I mean, I don't think you could get like anything back from like a used lawnmower. You can't get money back for that, like ever.
Yeah, it always depreciates.
Yeah.
Unless it's like an antique or something.
This is at this point the music is like if an alien was trying to express tension without ever experiencing it. Is how I feel the music was trying to
Is
convey.
this where his lawn gets tall?
Yeah.
And he's like walking in the backyard and he's like, da-dum, 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 da-dum,
It's
da-dum,
the little
da-dum.
girl.
And a little girl pokes her head out between weeds.
Okay, but the quality was so bad. I actually thought he just found a demon in the grass.
You couldn't see anything either. You couldn't tell what he was looking at. And then she does pop up and she says, "Can I hide here? The Brussels sprouts are for dinner," which made me laugh. That was really funny.
He calls some company to like mow his lawn, and this is like one of my favorite games to play with movies. Is what the fuck was the other half of this phone call?
In the short story, I think you actually get both sides of the conversation.
Yeah, it made sense there,
It
but
made
in
sense. So
in the
I
short
was kind
film-
of drawing on the story to understand what the hell was happening.
He says, "I need my lawn mowed." He's in college. You sure?
I know you're his
Yeah, I know.
mom, but what?
All right, goodbye.
Which this in that part in the book was more inner monologue of, "Oh, I gotta find a goddamn lawnmower and he's not in town no more. Gotta
Yeah.
look at the newspaper, look at a phone book."
So that was him calling the mom, and then he calls the lawn mowing service.
Which I just feel this is a lot of unnecessary buildup for what the actual story is. He hires a mowing service.
Yeah.
Cersei mowing
They're
service.
gonna fix him up by Circe, which red flag or yellow flag. I'm not sure. In the movie, this lawnmower man brings out the loudest lawnmower that has ever been built.
It's like a tractor.
Yeah.
It sounds like a small airplane landing.
It sounds like a tractor trailer that someone took the muffler off of.
Yeah, it's like a Jake brake going off in your yard.
But it's just a push mower.
I know. And this guy is weird. He says, "Hi, buddy."
Well, it's very, I don't know
Fix
what
ya,
that
buddy.
it's like New Hampshirean or something.
Maybe.
I'm not that great with like Yankee accents, so
And I don't know if it was as much accent as like a personality. Like his personality was weirdo.
yeah, he was kind of just
And
he was
this is
doing
where
some
the
kind of
phrasing
bit.
comes from. But yeah, so he's obviously like very weird and he's a very big, very fat man.
Harold. Oh god. Hold on. Gotta get my shit together. So Harold goes back inside and he's just drinking and he takes a nap and he wakes up and goes back outside and sees the lawnmower man, who is now naked on his knees eating the grass behind the lawnmower. Harold is so goddamn mad about this.
Yes.
Like the guy is shitting on his coffee table.
Yes.
And
Okay.
the lawnmower.
Wouldn't you be a little upset if you paid someone to mow your lawn
I'd
and then
be-
you walked out and they were butt naked crawling around in your yard?
I mean, they're, number one, they're doing the job. Number two, I would just be really confused and would not know what the right course of action for me to take at that point would be.
Note to listeners, you are allowed to mow Bam Bam's lawn naked.
You can mow my lawn however you want.
Okay, but they do kind of deal with that because he does get mad. But when he goes to call the cops, he's like, "Wait, what do I say?"
Yeah, and the cop's just like,
What?
can you see his genitals, I guess? He's like, yes, I can see his genitals. Just get over here.
Because I'm sure the idea of naked man could just mean shirtless, or it could mean in his boxers.
Yeah, I guess
or it
so.
could mean fully nude.
Oh, we skipped over the part where the lawnmower runs over a prairie dog.
Well, doesn't he watch that too, though?
Yeah, he watches that and he passes
he's
out.
Watching Lawnmower Man crawling around behind this mower, and the mower's mowing, and he's stuffing grass into his face. And it's dribbling green juice all over him. And then
It's
the mower,
horrific looking.
It's awful. And then the mower diverts, runs over a little furry animal, and Lawnmower Man goes behind him, and he eats it too, doesn't he? He stuffs that in his mouth?
Yeah, he does.
Oh my god, it's so gross.
You know what the green grass juice reminded me of?
What?
Do you remember when the Shrek movie came out?
Oh, vaguely.
They had like a deal with Hunt's or something like that, and they came out with like green
No
ketchup.
way.
Yeah,
I do not
It looks
remember
exactly
that.
like nasty green juice that was coming out of that
I
guy's
was
mouth.
wondering what the actor was actually chewing. I was wondering if they actually like gave him spinach or something.
Nah,
but it looked like he was
probably.
really eating the grass.
Yeah, because I mean, if you chew on grass, that will like seriously mess up your teeth. There's like
And
silica
it would hurt
and stuff
your
in there.
stomach. Like, there's no way a man could even act the way he was chewing on that
No,
grass.
and I
that
mean,
much.
it was 240p. He literally could have been chewing on anything.
Yes. And it wasn't the huge amount of green I was expecting. So he could have had a mouthful of spinach and been dribbling juice and then just looked like he was shoving grass in. But I thought that part actually it looked really realistic.
Lawnmower Man talks to him after he wakes back up, and he leaves. I think that's when Harold calls the cops. Then Lawnmower Man comes back.
And the thing is, yes, we kind of got out of order. The thing
Yeah.
is, Harold watches him mow. This guy says, we'll get you fixed up by Cersei. And then he comes back and he's talking to him about like giving him a job. And he said, sometimes people just don't understand.
Yeah. Oh, right, because the guy's a satyr or something? I know you couldn't see it in the
boss
240p.
is Pan. The boss of the company is Pan.
Oh, yeah.
But he himself has bovine feet. He's part cow. I think he's supposed to be part cow because he has cloven hoofs.
I just assumed goat.
I don't think it was supposed to be goat or pig. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be cow.
I mean, I've never heard of... the theme was Greek mythology. I don't think... Well, I guess Minotaur, maybe. That's a half man, half cow.
Right, but so then he was saying that they're always willing to hire new people, but this guy wasn't fully human.
So
and
presumably
Harold is.
Through the process of taking this job, you turn into a mythological creature of one form or another.
Yeah, so Harold kind of tries to play nice, and this is in between mowing the lawn and actually calling the cops. And he says, God bless the grass? Which,
Yeah, it was like a song reference or something.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But then that made Lawnmower Man think, oh, you get it.
Yeah.
You're one of us. So then he's like, see you later, buddy.
Yep. And he leaves.
And he leaves
And then he calls the cops.
because the guy's still naked. He comes in dressed. That's the thing. He walks into this guy's house to go do the mowing.
Yeah.
He's dressed.
Which I understand. It gets hot mowing. Harold, while he's on the phone with the cops, that's when the Lawnmower Man comes back.
And he psychically or telepathically could tell Harold was calling the cops.
I'm not sure.
Because I think he was supposed to have already been like out in his truck loading up.
Yeah, or something. I had gotten the sense that he had already just completely left.
Right. Like he's no longer in the house when Harold calls. He's no longer in the yard mowing.
Yeah.
He's done.
So he comes back, and the lawnmower is just like roaring through his house and like just tearing shit up.
The lawnmower guy is like, you shouldn't have done that, buddy. And this
It's very
mower
funny.
is flying through the air in this house.
There's a point where, like, it's like tearing up all the furniture and stuff in the house. Harold runs out the back door, And as the lawnmower leaves the back porch, it like launches at speed into the yard.
You guys, you can find this on YouTube. It's 12 minutes. You have to watch it.
It's free. It's hilarious.
God. It's so funny.
You can't hear anything at that point in the movie either.
No, all you hear is raw. It was so bad.
So yeah, Harold awkwardly speed walks across his yard and gets killed by an up-swooping camera is what it looks like.
Yes.
And then the rent-a-cops show up. Mm-hmm. Some guys with like
Barney Fife shows up.
I mean, they don't even look.
Their heads.
Yeah, they don't even look like Barney. They just look like they're wearing like those collared T-shirts. Mm-hmm. It's like as much cop as they look like.
Their budget was not enough to buy real uniforms.
So they show up and confirm it must have been a sex maniac, but it sure is a nicely manicured lawn.
It's such a nice lawn. And they said something about the bird bath. Is that where his body ended up?
Instead of like throwing grass out, it was throwing his guts out, and it just landed in the bird bath.
Because we don't see any of that. We hear the cops talk about it.
Yeah, it doesn't show anything. This is like catch up for blood budget movie. So. Yes. But yeah, then the Lawnmower Man drives away laughing maniacally.
And it was very amusing.
It was very fun. I love whoever they got to play that guy because he just plays it up. He's really good.
Yes. And like, it was so bad. I loved it. It was campy, cheap, awful. And the short story was really confusing and funny and
it was
weird.
Very Stephen King. I read a lot of Stephen King. If you like something that is very Stephen King, only lasts like, I don't know, like a 40-minute read. I know the audiobook was only like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was short. So
yeah, if you like Stephen King and just want like a real quick short story that is exactly his style, Lawnmower Man's that one.
So do you have any, you can give us your insights now into Stephen King's mindset, if it's anything more than drugs.
Oh no, it was just drugs. I don't think I had anything else written down.
I was just kind of contemplating, how do you get there? And I was like, maybe you have this hallucination of a guy walking behind a mower who is also a cow.
I don't know.
And also
I think
eating the grass.
I mean, Stephen King has written horror stories about everything. So, I mean, he's just in that headspace. So that's just just how he lives in. And he just thinks that everything is potentially horrifying if you put it in the right context.
Right.
Which, I mean, watching the movie, I think they succeeded at that because it was a horrifying visage just to see. So I think both the book and the short film were absolutely successes. I give them like a B+ to an A.
For what they were, campy horror.
Yeah. I mean, Stephen King, he's on average good. He's not like
some of his stuff is
super. He's got some stuff
is really good.
Yeah,
some of it's just awful.
Like anything like dealing with a lot of heavy emotions. I think he's actually got like really good insights. Like The Green Mile. I feel like he did really good in that one.
That was one of my favorites of his.
So yeah, let's now get into the other Lawnmower Man.
And I just briefly read the Wikipedia about this movie. It was 1991, right?
Yep.
It was originally titled Stephen King's The Lawnmower Man. Why?
Well,
why? Why would they name it that?
Here's what it is. He sold the rights to New Line Cinema and Allied.
Okay.
Nobody wanted to adapt that into a movie because, it's really short.
There.
Yeah, there's nothing.
It's really short.
So what they wanted to do was just use Stephen King's name as a marketing gimmick. Like, get people in just because a lot of people like Stephen King.
Remember back when we did Bram Stoker's Shadow Builder? And it had nothing at all to do with the short story. Like, the short story was its own little neat thing. And then the movie just took that name, built a completely new story that was just completely separate.
Yeah, it was using just Bram Stoker's name just to, like, mark it.
Yes. So that's exactly what happened with Lawnmower Man. Then.
And I think it was around the same time, too.
I think so, too.
Yeah, so I think this was just, like, a dry period in Hollywood.
No original ideas. Oh, the other big thing that I noticed was there was a lot of actually Catholic imagery, weird Christian references, and that was very similar to Shadow Builder as well.
Huh.
And so I'm just wondering if maybe there was just an early 90s thing about really bad horror that was Catholic stuff.
I think there's another reason. Because the original manuscript for this movie was actually called Cyber God.
Which would make so much more sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense. But they were too busy doing the marketing using Stephen King's name because the script wasn't strong enough to sell itself.
Because it was a god-awful movie.
Yeah.
Last night, I told Jay, I was like, this movie is too long, and it's the worst movie I've ever seen. I was trying to fast forward just so I could get to the end.
I think the way the story goes is Stephen King sold the rights to New Line Cinema and Allied, late 80s, early 90s. And then in 1991, they started sending Stephen King promotional material, like the trailers and stuff that were getting put out. Then in 1991, the year before the movie came out, he started suing New Line and Allied. He wanted to get his name removed from the project because it really didn't have anything to do with him.
No. There's a character whose nickname is Lawnmower Man.
Yeah.
That is how they connected.
And then, over the course of the next couple of years, he still had to continue. He had to sue them 2 more times to get them to stop using his name in their promotional material.
Right. Which poor Bram Stoker was not alive to do.
No, he wasn't. It's sad. So at best, they pay some amount of homage to Stephen King's Lawnmower Man in this. At the most generous.
I saw a couple visual similarities between the short story and that movie. And I was like, okay, this is where they're trying to save their butts.
Yeah. There's like a handful of things. Like, you could fit like 10 of the original stories into this story.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, the original screenplay was called Cyber God. It was actually written by the director and the producer, like
of the movie.
Put together just whole cloth by those two guys.
Yeah.
And they couldn't sell it themselves, so they had to use Stephen King. So yeah, let's get into the movie.
In some ways, the plot is complicated because so much shit happens. On the other hand, it can be summarized as genius scientist uses VR to create super intelligent wackadoodle people.
I don't know. I feel like it was trying to be 2 things like all at once. It was trying to tackle too many issues that were having to deal
philosophy.
with too many philosophies, and at the same time trying to be an 80s or 90s action flick all at the same time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do it.
No. Okay, let's get into it.
All right.
God, I watched the director's cut. It was way too long. Oh my god.
Rewatching it yesterday, I felt like I should have messaged you and warned you about the graphics because I think that was kind of a seizure warning, and I didn't think to until
it made me very sick. I don't have seizures from flashing lights, but it makes me very nauseous and have headaches. I had to keep saying, Jay, what's going on? Because I had to cover my eyes. Yeah. Even with my eyelids shut, the flashing was still really intense.
I should have mentioned it.
Yes,
I forgot.
Please, next time do. If you have seizures, do not watch this movie. It will murder
horrifying. The characters in the story should have been having constant seizures, really.
Yes. Oh my god. And you know those really bad screensavers from like the 90s where it would look like you're flying through space?
Yeah.
They did that over and over again.
Oh my
They
god.
had the flashing images. They had so much bright flashing everything.
Yeah. They were doing the absolute most with the CGI and to the least possible effect.
Oh my god. Whatever they paid on CGI, they overpaid and underproduced. It was so bad.
It starts with Pierce Brosnan. I can't remember his character's name. I just call him Pierce
Brosnan the whole time, too.
I think it's like Clark or something.
Shoot, did I even write it down? No, I just wrote him down as Pierce.
It doesn't matter. It's
it
Pierce Brosnan. Everyone knows who Pierce Brosnan is.
Yeah, very young.
He's training a chimpanzee to play video games using drugs, and he's trying to make him intelligent and violent at the same time.
Chimps are already violent.
Yeah.
Chimps are already aggressive.
I think this was before everyone realized that back in the 90s.
Maybe. They're trying to create a super soldier out of monkeys to go where humans can't go.
Yeah. Now that they've made it intelligent and violent, the chimpanzee escapes.
And just shoots people.
Yeah, using
Steals a gun.
VR technology, he shoots everyone and kills them.
I felt like they were imitating the Terminator or Predator
Maybe.
with this visual overlay thing.
Yeah, that
and
makes
trying to
sense.
make it look like this cool VR thing.
So, bizarre thing about the theatrical cut versus the director's cut, the chimpanzee just escapes, and you never see that chimp again. He is leaving the facility, and then in the middle of the night, Pierce Brosnan gets a phone call saying his chimpanzee is dead.
Oh, so they skip all of that other
They skip
random
all
stuff.
of that, yeah. Because in the director's cut, the chimp actually gets out and he meets, I guess, main character or main antagonist, Job, the Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, he goes and meets Job, and Job takes and hides him in his shed.
And I felt like the director's cut did it a little bit better, like presenting Job as kind of very childlike, and because he is a
Job
mentally disabled person to some degree.
He's a big man, but he has the mentality of a child, the understandings of a child, very low IQ.
But I watched the director's cut first, and then I watched the theatrical cut, and I don't think they established enough that Job had some mental problems.
Really?
He seemed a little immature. And it didn't really come across that he was disabled.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's very firmly established in the director's cut that he is mentally disabled. He is a ward of the church. He's not legally his own person. He actually has a guardianship.
And lives in a shack.
He lives in a shack on the church property. The priest is his sort of adopted father who takes care of him.
Sort of pseudo abusive adopted father.
Yeah.
I
felt the way they portrayed this character was problematic and really gross.
Absolutely.
And then the way the other people treat him is even worse. Because there's one asshole in town who makes fun of him, who beats him up, who picks on him. The priest beats him with a belt.
The only person that's really nice to him is Pierce Brosnan and...
Pierce Brosnan
yeah.
is not nice to him.
No, he's not. He takes very much advantage of him. He treats him politely is what I was...
To his face.
Yeah.
But the only person who treats him like another person is Charlie, the little kid.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the uncle to a degree, too. A little bit.
I mean, he still treats him like he's a child.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's kind of in a guardian capacity at that point, but...
Yeah. I mean, the uncle at least treats him like he's human.
Yeah.
A lot of the others really dehumanize him.
I did really like the uncle, so I have a bit of a bias.
Oh, the Irish uncle, whose brother is the priest who's not Irish.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That was fucking weird. The Catholic priest who isn't Irish, who has a brother who is Irish. Very strange. I wonder what that household was like.
Pierce Brosnan, the scientist, leaves the project because his chimp gets killed. And this was the entire project, was making primates intelligent, and he was wanting to make them intelligent. But this company, VSI, wanted to make them into military machines.
Or at the very least, use them as a jumping off point toward super soldiers of some kind.
Yes. So this was definitely military geared, and Pierce Brosnan is I want to further humanity. I want to further science. So he goes home. He's drunk. He's belligerent with his wife. He wants sex, and he won't take her out on a date. And she's all irritated with him, and he's irritated with her.
Which I don't think they're married. She's just his girlfriend.
No, they have rings on.
Do they?
Yeah, they're married.
Oh, I
They have
misread
wedding
that.
rings.
Huh.
Yeah, they're actually like,
Yeah.
they're fully married. I'm
Which, I
pretty
mean,
sure.
yeah, he's totally ignoring the shit out of her. I do
yeah.
not blame her for leaving.
No. Well, I mean, she doesn't leave him. She just goes out on a date without him, like
Yeah.
to go hang with her girls.
Yeah.
But so he's at home moping, and he has project stuff at his house, and he decides to continue researching in his basement.
And he's playing with his VR, playing with rainbow clouds, and orgasming is what it sounds
I
like.
couldn't watch it.
It was weird.
So if you have visuals you want to talk about, you'll just have to talk about them because I could not watch
It was just his VR hands just moving around in a space, and everything just looked like rainbow clouds.
Okay.
And this was it sounds like it is making Pierce Brosnan come.
Okay.
I wish VR was that advanced.
Oh my God, I know. So he lets Charlie, the little neighbor boy, come over and play the games that are like racing games,
Yeah.
like flying games they're safe, they're just games. He then thinks to himself, why did the chimp go and make friends with Job? It must have been because Job is childlike and pure. What if I use Job as my next project and make him intelligent because he is so disabled?
Yeah.
He is the perfect thing to work on because he is technically an adult, also technically disabled, and I can talk him into this very easily. So he gets Job to come over and start doing the games, and then progresses into this brain stimulating stuff to make him smarter.
Well, I think first, too, we also have to establish the abusive neighbor husband. And he's important, like, way later in the story, but I just want to establish that he's there, and that this is where they hear.
I didn't really feel like he was important, though.
Yeah. Well, it's important for our purposes, I feel.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, at the end, they tie it up in a tidy bow. So Charlie's dad is an abusive asshole who beats Charlie and beats his wife.
Yeah.
I don't feel like anyone in this story is a good person, which is very King. That's very Stephen King.
Well, yeah, it was mood-wise, but...
Job isn't innocent. At the beginning, he is an innocent who is exploited.
Not only that, he's abused at home because, well, I think he's abused in more way than one, too.
Yes, because later it's implied that the priest was a molester and molested him.
Yeah, that was weird, right? That was a weird
upsetting.
time to bring that up.
Very, very upsetting. I just want to kind of deal with the character development of as a whole.
Yeah.
The point of the movie is to take Job from childlike innocence. He doesn't know what sex is. He doesn't cuss. He doesn't do anything wrong. He follows all the rules. He is best friends with Charlie. He likes comic books. He cannot pronounce words correctly. He doesn't brush his hair. He wears the same clothes every day.
Can't really take care of himself.
Worker. He doesn't really take care of himself. So very disabled. He needs care. He needs someone to pay his bills, to do his care for him. He's not capable of living on his own. Everyone who wants him to do something offers to pay money to the church. So they pay the priest to get whatever they want out of Job.
Right.
He's basically property, and that's how the priest treats him.
Yeah.
That's how everyone treats him. Throughout the movie, through all these experimentations, Job becomes more intelligent. His IQ is raised. He starts brushing his hair. He buys new clothes. He stops letting people push him around.
Looks
he
hot.
Speaks clearly. Suddenly, he looks hot. Although before, he looked the same. He just had the open mouth.
He was just disheveled.
And he had the slack jaw. Well, he was kind of spacey. He looked like he was, like, out of it.
Yeah.
And then as they progress, they do his hair. They give him better clothes. They start showing him off without his shirt. He's very muscular. He makes eye contact, has better cleanliness. And so we see him progress physically and mentally until at the end, spoiler alert, he becomes the cyber god, which should have been the name of the movie.
Absolutely should have. I think in the movie it tries to establish like he's kind of cyber Christ or something.
Yeah.
Which was weird. I think that was just the closest they could get to the original title, which was Cyber God.
Right. I think the idea is that they took him in this pure state of ignorance and then educated him, and that's where he becomes cynical and angry. Pierce Brosnan is just kind of along for the ride.
Yeah.
Because initially he's pushing these training things and these medications, and then Job actively becomes the one driving himself up there. He gets a car, he gets a better job or whatever, he gets money, he gets stuff, and he's driving himself up and doing the experiments on his own, learning off of these CDs and then throwing them all over the place.
Just throws them in the fucking floor. No one's ever going to use these again.
I was like, where did these CDs come from? And so the whole movie is watching him progress through stages of becoming an adult, perceiving evil, and then kind of becoming evil while trying to correct the world's problems.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like maybe we were doing a little bit of a Frankenstein's monster, because at the end he kind of becomes overwhelmed and horrified by what he's become.
Yeah.
And also we have the Pierce Brosnan, the brilliant scientist, who's also messed up and makes mistakes. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So that's the arc. That's the arc of the story.
Yeah.
Within it, we can talk about the shit that happens.
Yeah.
I just wanted us to establish the primary storyline.
Yeah.
So within the story of Job progressing, you have his relationship with Charlie, you have his relationship with Pierce Brosnan, and then along the way, he becomes hot and he gets a relationship with a girl named Marnie, who is hot and loves to just sleep around town, sleep with everyone.
Well, I feel like the way the uncle was presenting it, because he does say that, like, yeah, she's sleeping around town, but he also kind of presents it as like, yeah, she's just having a good time, is what it kind of sounded like.
From his perspective, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, and I feel like that's weirdly positive for, someone in the 80s who's just a dude.
Yeah, I think they were fairly more liberal about people just having casual sex in like 89 and 90 than maybe some stuff is now.
Yeah.
But I kind of felt like it was rape, that she's having sex with him and he is still kind of childlike.
Yeah.
Like at his stage of development mentally at this point.
Well, at that point, though,
he had been able to buy new clothes, but still didn't understand social cues.
Right.
I just felt like it was kind of too gross too early.
I agree, it is gross. I think it's enough of a gray area. I mean, I don't like it, but
I didn't like it.
No,
I did not like it. I wouldn't say it's statutory. I wouldn't say she would go to jail.
No.
I'm just saying that, and she didn't know who he was before. Like she never noticed him or knew who he was before he was suddenly hot, more intelligent Job.
Yeah, so she might not have been.
Perspective, oh, this is just a grown man that I've never noticed before.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think she was like malicious in any way.
No, but the movie
character.
portraying it. Did you see Rain Man?
No, I haven't seen
It
Rain
reminded me of Rain Man, and it was just like, ugh.
I imagine that was pretty gross.
So Marnie is important because she awakens his sexuality, and this is how he develops himself as a sexual person.
Yeah.
Is with her.
Yeah, every time he gets done having sex, he finds like a new power that he's unlocked, sort of. Like after one session, he unlocks telepathy. And that would be great after sex to have telepathy. You don't even have to get up to reach the Gatorade. It's great. Yeah, and after he figures out the telepathy, he decides to take Marnie up to the the VSI.
Yeah.
Put her
They just let
in
her in. This is the thing, the biggest plot hole in this whole fucking movie. They let him come and go as much as he wants, and he is a subject, a test subject who is being studied. You don't let the test subject do whatever the hell they want without the scientists there studying them.
Yeah. Which, I mean, you never see any security guards or anything like that until,
The very end,
yeah.
pretty much. But when the monkey was leaving, there was all these frickin' cops and soldiers and guns and helicopters. Like, in the director's cut, they established this is a military compound. You cannot just get in or out.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe Job had figured out mind wiping at that point, because that's another power he unlocks later.
Yeah, he gets the ability to control people telepathically.
Yeah. We haven't established the gyrospheres. Because the gyrospheres are hilarious. After like the first...
Well, that's just part of the VR training, is it's within this, what you said.
Yeah. It's hilarious to me because the vast majority of the movie, I feel like it has way more justification for this movie to be called People Screaming in Gyrospheres than Lawnmower Man, because there's way more people screaming in gyrospheres.
I just have to say, you know, Pierce Brosnan, decent actor, very handsome fellow, but he's a decent actor. He's chewing the scenery, he is shaking, he's angry.
He's putting a lot in it.
He's putting a lot of effort to this movie. But
he is dragging this movie up.
The guy who played Job was just so much gritted teeth screaming in this movie with goggles on. And I looked at Jay and I was like, you know, I'm not saying this actor is bad. I'm not saying the guy who played Job is bad, but I'm getting really strong Shatner vibes.
I mean, he's definitely not a good actor.
No, but I also feel like the stuff they were trying to put this character through, it's not believable enough for him to have actually got there.
Yeah, no, it's...
And so much of it was just...
Yeah, it's like every 2 or 3 scenes, it's at some point there will be flashing lights and someone screaming
and just just neck bulging, veins popping, just so weird.
So he takes Marnie up to the Institute and puts her in the gyrosphere and puts her in the VR, and she's never done any of this before.
She has never been in this Tron world ever. Okay. She's never even been up to this place.
So he puts her in there so that they can have cyber sex,
and he can envelop her.
Yeah, you didn't watch this.
I was able to see the brief visual of he was a swamp monster and he eats her.
Okay, so you did get to see Kaleidoscope Horror Mr. Bumpy.
Yes. And trust me, the headache was not worth it. I was getting so nauseous, but I was also like, how am I going to review this movie if I didn't see half of it?
So, yeah, he turns into Kaleidoscope Horror Mr. Bumpy and ruins her intellect.
It's like...
She's just kind of a gibbering, laughing mess for the rest of the movie.
Like, I couldn't tell if this was supposed to be what this does to people who aren't science experiments, or if he himself did something to her that was more than what would normally happen in the VR.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really vague because you don't know if this is just something that the VR does, maybe, or I feel like it was something that Job was doing because he's got the mind powers at that point.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck he would have been doing.
I know your deepest fantasies. Yeah. I will do them to you.
And her deepest fantasy was
getting eaten by a swamp monster.
Yeah,
but
Mr.
not eaten out. No.
No,
just swallowed.
Well, maybe. He was like spitting his tongue at her or something.
I couldn't keep watching.
It was weird. I don't know what was supposed to be happening. Yeah, I don't know.
But you know what? When he was hooking her up and she was very excited and he was like, I will reveal your deepest fantasies. This will be the best night of your life. I was like, oh, is she a furry? This would be cool.
Well, I mean, they did turn into a dragonfly at one point.
But imagine you could hook up and actually, like, your visual presentation and there would be whatever you want, and then you could actually, like, physically experience it.
I mean, there are chat rooms.
In there. But I was just like, that would have been funny. That would have been good.
So in my notes, every time I bring up Pierce Brosnan, I just write down PB. So every time I look at my notes, I look at PB and I just want to say peanut butter.
He was shirtless half this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Every time we turn around, he's got his shirt open.
And is smoking, looming at a computer or something.
And talking out loud to a computer journal thing.
Oh my god, that part where after he starts injecting Job with science and giving him seizures, and he's just expositing. It's just him with his shirt off, like sweating.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I don't know, though. This is part of the collage here.
It was really rambling. It didn't feel like we had a solid A to B. It was, so much of this movie was just pointless. And then the second half is Job going on a rampage across town. And that is where we start seeing the Lawnmower Man, like, connection. At the beginning, we established Job is called Lawnmower Man by the people in the town.
Yeah, because his, that was his job.
His job is mowing lawns. Like, he just does landscaping, and that's how he makes money, and that's how the priest keeps him.
Another thing I want to talk about is the way this movie was, like, cut together.
Awfully.
It was terrible. Like, it would be like a 15 to 30 second scene, and it would switch over to someone else's point of view, another 15 or 30 second POV, and then switch back.
Yes.
There was so much time for other things to occur.
Yes. And
it was horrible.
I was, like, on edge the whole time because I didn't know when the flashing lights would happen again.
Or when a jump cut was coming.
Yeah. And I kept getting so confused because I was like, wait, what's happening? Where are we? Who are we following? And through the whole movie, I was like, who's the main character and who's the bad guy? I don't understand what's going on.
I still don't understand what was going on.
Morally, I can say Pierce Brosnan and all of VSI were evil.
Oh, absolutely.
And Job was the innocent bystander. And then he actively chooses evil later.
Yeah.
He becomes corrupted.
Well,
or whatever.
It's really weird because they give him the evil formula or something, like the version of it that they were giving the chimp that was more
and
violent
that was
inducing.
Thumbhead who gave it to him.
Yeah.
The bald guy. He looked like a thumb.
Oh, the evil CEO guy that was on the computer for most of them, or on the TV screen. That was the guy from Breaking Bad, right?
That's what Jay said. I was like, God, that guy looks familiar.
The DEA agent.
Yes.
Like, really young. Looks exactly the same.
I know.
Just smaller.
Yeah. I was like, that guy looks really familiar. But most of the time, he was just a visual, like...
Yeah, just a non-emoting human face on a TV.
So much of this movie was people dead-faced. Just deadpan, staring and just mumbling at computers. Yeah. I think that was the other part that really messed with me is we have evil military, CEO, whatever, and they're just deadpan. No emotion, blah, 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 blah.
We want money and violence. Give it to us.
Monetary. And then you have Job and Pierce Brosnan. And it's just so back and forth. And
it's
weird.
really jarring. And
it's really jarring.
The way it's cut, like you'll go deadpan CEO, Pierce Brosnan with his shirt off.
Screaming.
Child getting hit. Job getting hit.
Sex.
Sex. At one point Job gets beaten by his priest dad with a belt for because there are ants on the altar.
I guess
something.
He didn't sweep the altar. Or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And then later, when Job finds out he's hot because he looks in like a reflective piece of he doesn't even have a mirror in his house. He's got a reflective-ish piece of metal that he looks at himself in, and he realizes for the first time in his life that he's hot. I guess.
Right. Takes his shirt off. He's got really big muscles.
And the priest dad comes in and he catches him doing this like he just caught Job masturbating.
Yes, because he doesn't have his shirt on.
Yeah, and he's like, you're being vain, and he goes to hit him, and then Job grabs his hand. And he's like, you don't hit people. And then the scene just cuts again.
I know. And it was like the end of the movie when Job is on his revenge spree. He goes after the guy in sunglasses. He looks like he's going to hit him, and we cut away, and we never, ever, ever find out what happened to the guy in sunglasses. Do we?
No, he just inserts a CGI face with a lawnmower mouth in his head.
Into that guy's?
Yeah, Jake, the gas station dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just projects a horrible CGI face with the lawnmower blade, the rotating lawnmower blades for teeth. Just mowing down his brain.
Okay.
And then he just looks at him. He says, now the Lawnmower Man is inside your head, Jake.
Is that what we...
That's what happened.
Okay, because I must have had to close my eyes. Was that part really flashy?
Yeah, it was. And the CGI was terrible.
That's why I didn't know what happened.
I'm glad for your sake that you got to skip the CGI in this movie because it was horrible. terrible, especially at the end. I imagine you couldn't even see anything at the end.
No, because I would open my eyes and it would be pixelated molecules just swirling around, and it would be black and white bubbles just flying, and it would just, my eyes still hurt.
So yeah, Job is on while he's on his revenge spree, and he like goes on an acid trip when he takes like the violent version of the formula or something like that.
And that's the thing, is all along Pierce Brosnan has been dosing him with some make smarter dosage thing. All we see is Kool-Aid in a medicine bottle that they inject into his arm.
Right.
And then the bad CEO switches out the make smarter formula for the make violent formula that they were giving the chimps.
Yeah.
I guess Job doesn't know that it's been switched, but he goes and doses himself with like 3 or 4 of the bottles.
He uses all of them.
He grabs like a whole fistful.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to like completely unlock his abilities. He can read people's minds. He can control people's minds, make them not see stuff or make them do things.
Physically astral project himself in other places.
Right. He can
Dematerialize people.
yeah, control like electronics and stuff.
Yeah, to a degree.
Like,
well, he can
computer
also
stuff?
turn car engines into goo for some reason.
Right, like he can melt things.
I was real confused about that.
I know, because at one point a car engine looks like a pile of tar.
Yeah, I think someone just put black pudding on top of a car engine.
Yeah, like I couldn't.
That's all it
we
looked
didn't
like.
see how this happened. But this is what fuels his breakdown. And we go from progressing, like, smart-wise to fall apart with aggression. And this is supposed to have been what happened with the chimp, I guess, or the other chimps at the beginning.
Yeah, I guess so. And he's having, like, a psychotic break.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he goes on a murder spree. He kills his dad by setting him on fire with his mind.
The priest.
Yeah, the priest. And while he's doing that, the priest is admitting to being a child molester. That was really weird.
I was able to watch that, and it was the funniest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my
It's
life.
really funny.
It looked like they took little stamps of little
Yeah,
fire emojis.
they just like stamped him over and over.
So bad.
It was really good. So the second murder is Jake the Dick. He puts the Lawnmower Man in his head, and now I guess he's also like effectively lobotomized like Marnie, except he's less happy.
And Marnie, it happened during the sex and cyberspace thing, and she just goes around laughing.
Yeah, she's just a giggling idiot now.
Yeah, like it destroyed her, like a lobotomy.
Yeah. The last murder of that night is
Charlie's dad. The neighbor kid's dad.
And this is where we get the more or less, probably less, homage to Stephen King's Lawnmower Man.
This was the visuals where I was like, okay, this is what they're pulling.
They very clearly watched the 1987 short film and took a lot of the visuals from that. And like down to the lawnmower like launching itself off of the porch.
But by this point, we have reason for it because he's telepathic and he can mentally control where the lawnmower goes. And this is Big Red, a special tractor lawnmower.
I guess it was just a finishing lawnmower that they used to use on golf courses.
So it's just fancy.
Yeah, it's just a really nice lawnmower.
It's just a really nice lawnmower, but he makes it go through the house and tears up the house.
Yeah,
very similar to the way it did in the other short film. And then it chases down the evil dad who was beating his little friend Charlie.
Yeah, and then then the next day, Pierce Brosnan is trying to get answers from the cops and stuff like that, and they like jam in like a couple of lines from the short short story in the film for the cops to say, like the guts and the bird bath stuff like that.
Yeah,
that was in there. Really, just trying to barely manage. This is technically connected to Lawnmower Man.
I hadn't previously watched the short film.
No, you'd have no idea.
Read the book. I would have had no clue. No clue.
Yeah. Why would you? There's no similarities other than this one scene where there's a lawnmower.
And so at this point, Pierce Brosnan is going around trying to save Job, but the evil bad guy from Breaking Bad is wanting to send in troops to capture him and turn him into a weapon.
Right, and this is where Job decides that he's going to ascend to the electrical plane or the digital plane.
Yeah, the final stage of human evolving is to be uploaded to the Matrix.
Yeah, which they also had some weird shit going on with like, oh yeah, this isn't like new stuff that we're finding out. This is ancient stuff.
Ancient
that we've already
that we've hidden or lost.
This is what magic used to be, I guess.
This is I don't know.
It was really weird. I don't know what the fuck they were doing there.
It just felt like you know how people shove in, like people used to make fun of Star Trek a lot for it, of like stick in weird science words and mash them together, and I felt like they were doing that but philosophy. And they were trying to make this super smart person, but they weren't that smart themselves to show what that would look like. So Job goes back to VSI. He torments soldiers. He tortures people. He gets back in.
But before that, we get to see him like project like a big orange version of his head whenever the troops come outside.
I was so confused.
It was really weird. I don't know what was going on there either, but he just I don't know why he projects his head outside, because he doesn't physically need to be there and represent himself. He just, all he needed to do was like dematerialize the soldiers that were outside, and that's what he does. He just turns the guys into Orbeez and they just dissipate.
Okay. Well, and this also has some flashing stuff in it too, I think.
Kinda. Yeah, it is a little flashy.
So, like, I was just, like, periodically, like, having to close my eyes because my head hurts so bad. So I'm kind of vague on.
Yeah, I'm trying to put in, like, some of the special effects for you that happened, because they're just, they're ridiculous looking.
Eyes and there's his face. You know those 4D or 3D baby sonograms? That's what his face looked like. You should look it up. Look it up real quick. Now think of what Job looked like.
Kind of.
3D baby sonogram.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, you need the one that's like the brown scale. They're really creepy and gross looking.
No. Yeah, that's definitely what Job looked like at that point.
Yeah, so Job looked like 3D baby sonogram. And
maybe they were going for that. Maybe he was like trying to...
I don't think that technology was available then.
Maybe not.
I'm
trying to give it some...
Anyway, there's lots of soldiers or something between him, and he's getting back to the lab to do the VR.
Yeah, and he's having his uncle drive him for some reason. Even though he can drive, he's already been shown to drive himself around.
I think it's because he's having this breakdown, and he's like physically having problems.
That's weird.
The whole point is to get up there, and his uncle gets shot.
Right. And well, he also like attacks all the soldiers at the gate, because all the soldiers are gathered at this one point. And Job...
He uses psychic bees?
He like makes a bunch of CGI horrible bees.
I couldn't tell if they were supposed to be real. I couldn't tell if they were supposed to be in their heads.
I don't ever see them like physically interacting with any of the soldiers or anything like that.
Okay.
So I don't know if they were actually real or not.
Because some of this, that's part of what was so confusing. Some of it you can't tell if it's supposed to be a psychical thing that he's like projecting into their heads, because it was very clearly Pierce Brosnan's wife that evening had been messed up in her head, so she's baking nonstop.
Oh right, I forgot about that part. And that was in the director's cut. That was not in the theatrical cut.
Oh really?
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
But then she comes out with a gun and shoots the soldiers to keep them away from Job.
Yeah.
He's obviously mentally controlling her.
Maybe it's more like he's like sending like a notion, or like a standing order or something like that, and he's not like actively controlling her.
Right. So then with the soldiers, it was like really difficult to tell if it was the same kind of mental projection, because he did that to the cops. Yeah. They said it was a murder. He looks at them really hard,
he just, like,
and they're
blips
like,
their memories.
Oh, it was a really bad accident, and changes their minds.
All right, how terrible. Well, bye.
Yeah. So towards the end, it's really hard. Charlie's mom and Pierce Brosnan are in her car because his car got melted.
Yeah.
So Charlie's dad is dead. Pierce Brosnan's wife is dead. So now we have the happy family unit of Charlie, his mom, and Pierce Brosnan, and neither seem terribly upset. They're like hugging and like rescuing each other. And he's like, "It'll be okay, son." And I was like, wait, what? We murdered these two spouses who are in the way so they can be together. Fine, whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
They go to rescue.
I guess she doesn't get murdered in the theatrical version, does she? Pierce
wife?
Brosnan's wife, yeah.
Oh, she doesn't?
No, she doesn't. She just
Really?
she disappears earlier in the movie, and she never comes back.
What? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she didn't get murdered in the theatrical version. I could be
Do
wrong.
they
but I'm
make
pretty
it look
sure.
like she just leaves him over?
Yeah, she left him at the first part of the movie.
What? Oh my god.
She left and was gone forever.
Oh, that's a completely different storyline.
Yeah.
That was weird. Okay. So we're almost at the climax. We're so close.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan, Charlie's mom are in the car. Pierce Brosnan gets out and says, "Don't wait for me. Get away from here." But they sit and wait anyway.
Yeah.
He runs up to VSI. He has C4 in his backpack that he found in the soldier's van.
Yep.
He starts putting it down and setting it off, the 15-minute blah blah blah. He goes in, he hooks up in the Tron suit in the VR thing.
Yeah, because at this point, Job has already ascended himself into the digital space and left his husk of a body in the other gyrosphere.
Oh my god, what did you think of the fake plastic body?
Oh, it's just
So
goofy. It was just dumb.
bad. It was so bad.
And it had like his cyber god form like overlaid over it for a second. And it was really stupid looking.
It was so bad looking.
And his cyber god form was just like ridiculous in the extreme. Like he looked almost like an ant more than.
He didn't look human.
No.
I was like,
which I mean
surely you know
that might have
how
been the
to
effect they
do-
were going for.
But it was like, surely you know how to do human looking in this CGI.
Mm-hmm.
Surely you know what a human looks like.
Yeah. Well, they slip back and forth because he's basically like shrouded, like except for his face, the rest of his body is like brown and has like weird square markings all over it. And then later, because the kid runs back and runs into VSI because he wants to help Job and Pierce Brosnan. This reminds Job of his humanity, and he briefly
Starts becoming human again.
yeah, because his skin becomes normal for a second in the digital
Okay.
space,
I
and then he
wasn't
lets
sure
Pierce
if that's
Brosnan
what they
go.
were going for.
Yeah, I don't know.
But also, it was still very flashy and
yeah.
very bright. and
Oh
very
my
awful.
God, him like trying to unlock, I don't know,
Passcodes?
network pathways or something like
don't
that
know.
was just fucking nonsense because it was like him like solving like a really fast Rubik's Cube or a Rubik's Decagon or something. And it was just like him doing that like every half second.
Pierce Brosnan comes in, tries to talk him into not being
Not being the
evil.
cyber god. Can
But
you
he
stop?
already left his body. And Pierce Brosnan had done some magic computer hacking and locked VSI off from the internet.
Yeah, he like cut their network connection off.
From his house.
Yeah.
From his basement.
Which, yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Whatever. So that's why Job gets in and can't get out. That's why he's setting down the C4 is to blow up the facility, and Job will be within the mainframe and will not escape.
Yeah, and he'll actually get
Job
destroyed
wants
in
to go out
digital
into
space.
every computer
And become
every
the internet.
database and become the internet and become god of the internet in the whole world.
And he's got like this whole bit where his like new birth cry is going to be every phone in the world ringing at the same time.
Yeah.
Why?
So that we can have a cool visual at the end and hear
Where
all
the phones ring.
And that will make Pierce Brosnan go, oh no.
Oh no.
And then they made a second
They did
one.
make a second
Oh my
one.
god.
That was terrible.
Oh, I'm not watching that. You could not pay
I
me
probably
enough.
will.
No.
I probably will.
No.
The first time I watched this movie, I had a good time, like the way when you drink too much alcohol the first time is a good time. Mm-hmm. The second time, I was just like, oh, this is just terrible the entire time now. Just like getting old and drinking.
Yeah, God. Every minute felt like torture. I was bored and irritated, but I wanted to know how it ended because it was so disjointed and so chaotic. I could not see how it would end.
Yeah.
I was just really confused.
Well, they kept like bringing up prompts throughout the movie, like what it might decide to be about.
yeah.
Because at the beginning it was like, oh, VR is going to cause mind control, and then it seems like the movie's
Yeah.
going to be about that, but no.
Right. No.
Never brings that up again. And then it seems like it's going to be, oh, this is an ethical dilemma of what you should do with someone who cannot properly consent.
Yeah.
And no, it's not about that either.
No. And then it's like, well, maybe the internet is too powerful and dangerous of a weapon to be used vaguely, and then that's not where it goes either, because it suddenly becomes Job's
super intelligence or something.
Yeah.
Because he learns Latin in 2 hours.
And it took Pierce Brosnan a year to learn the Latin alphabet. And I was like, surely it wouldn't take you that long to learn an alphabet.
I don't know anything about Latin, so I don't. Maybe Pierce Brosnan is actually really stupid.
And also,
or maybe Job learned Latin really badly.
Right. Yeah.
So I feel like they were ignoring like a quality over quantity kind of learning going on there.
I did feel they did have good foreshadowing. The first time they take Job into that little learning center thing, and it has the swirly chair. And so you sit in it, and it turns you ominously and then slides you down. I was like, oh, he's the bad guy. This is now his ascendancy to bad guy status. He got the swirly chair.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
And, oh my god, everything with this movie was bad. Everything.
It was, I don't know if, I want to say it was like beautifully bad.
This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah. It didn't even have like redeeming qualities about it. Like, I don't know, like I feel like it's right close to where The Room is as far as being bad.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah. It's just so bad that you laugh at it ironically, and that makes it good in a way.
But that's how I felt about the short film Lawnmower Man. This, I felt like they were trying, but they just didn't have a point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like
so
it was so nonsense that at the end it like gaslights you into think, oh, maybe I'm not thinking about it enough now.
Like it was like, what did I miss?
Am I stupid or is this fucking movie stupid?
And if you think about it from my experience with my eyes closed for a third of this goddamn movie.
I mean, you really didn't miss any. It wasn't really additive, any of the CGI or anything.
But think about the fact I can't close my eyes and then open them exactly when the flashing starts and stops.
Right.
I have to listen and hear when the music changes to know they went to a different scene.
Yeah.
So I know I missed stuff, but if I open my eyes too early, I get a brain punch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for me, it was a god-awful experience. One of the worst movie experiences of my life.
Yeah.
F minus.
Yeah, definitely, like, I don't know, like, from an ironic point of view, for me, like, it gets a D. Like, that's the best spin I can put on it, is a D.
Yeah. But you know what? This was a fun year of Bad Book, Bad Movie.
Yeah.
Next year, we are thinking of doing potentially good books, potentially something else, potentially short stories. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we're having a busy year, so we're just going to try to have fun with it when we can and do some easier prompts, because Bad Book, Bad Movie just takes a lot of work, and we enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it just takes a lot for this.
It definitely took me out of my comfort zone into movies and books I would not normally read or watch.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing.
I never watched a Hallmark movie before this.
Yeah.
So that was a new experience. So thank you guys so much for listening, for supporting us, for sharing the episodes. If you know friends who would ironically enjoy bad stuff, send it to them.
Yeah.
Let people know how awful it all is.
Yeah.
And
let them know how awful we are.
Ironically.
On Facebook and YouTube and the Spotify and the Podbean,
all the places.
Apple Podcast. I think we're there too. We're in some places.
I think we're all the places.
We're all the places.
Thank you guys, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.